Are you tired of getting less than you deserve in your relationship? Or if you're single, are you find yourself getting dumped and rejected over and over? Although it's very easy to blame it on the other person and say that their heart is colder than the weather outside, whether that's an ex or the person you're currently with, it's chances are there's a pattern that you either don't see or you're refusing and you have blocked. You can't recognize it. And that's what we're going to dig into in today's video. We're going to give you some tools and things that you can instantly improve your love life. So stick with us, because I'm out here in the snow in Canada and looking to share some things to warm up that love life. So stick with me. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Kerry. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where we talk about all things mindset, motivation, and manifesting, and how to apply those in your life to level up right across the board. I'm out here hanging out. You can see kind of in the background over here, there's some pheasants, and back in the thing here, there were some deer hanging out. So maybe they'll come back and say hi to us in this video. I'm not sure, but people ask me, why do you go outside in crazy weather? But I love being outside in nature. And the only reason I don't do videos outside is if it's crazy windy and you'd never be able to hear what I'm saying in the videos. So let's get into this. So Einstein, I'm sure you've heard this quote, right? That insanity is doing the same thing repeatedly over and over and expecting different results. So if you're not in the relationship of your life that you absolutely adore, right? Or you finding a pattern in your dating life that, oh, I always attract people to do this, or I always seem to find people that are doing this. We got to look at the common denominator here. And chances are that if you're seeing those patterns that are happening over and over again, or if there's things in your current relationship that you really want to improve or change, or whether it's a way that you show up or a way that somebody else is showing up, or how you receive them. I mean, there's some different things like that. So, and you're going to see some cars hanging out in the video too. Welcome to YouTube, whoever this is. So anyways, it's important that of these 10 things that I'm going to share today, that chances are you're missing out on either one or more of these areas. So if you want to improve your love life and warm it up right away, if you recognize either at least one of these on this list, or choose to, if you recognize that there's more and you make these changes, you'll see an instant result. I'm telling you, instant. So, and granted, I'm going to, here's the disclaimer that if every relationship and situation is unique. So if you're looking for specific support with your relationship or situation, send me a DM, reach out through my website, carrykish.com, CARYKISH.com, and book an appointment. First call is free. We can have a discussion, and I can hopefully add some value and direction, and we can see if we're a good fit to work together. Okay, so let's get going. I've got 10 things to share, and I know we're going to see the occasional vehicle. That's my choice today, because I'm really hoping that if the vehicles stop driving by, our little friends, the deers, are going to come back and visit us. So, okay, so number one, authenticity, right? Because I want to keep this tight as well, because I really don't want to hang out in the snow for much longer than I have to. So, authenticity, so clarity and confidence to know what you want and be the person you want to be right now. And as if you're a fan and you're watching this channel and a member of our community, you know that the person you are is definitely good, and it's where you want to be, and you're definitely good enough, but we should always be striving to improve, and that's the key. And I'll come back and touch on this a little bit later, but you know, having that confidence, Kurt Cobain has a quote that I'd be rather, it's close and I'm paraphrasing, I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. So it's so important that you know who you want to be and be that person. And that person should be the best version of you every single day. All right, so that's number one, authenticity. Right now, number two, communication, being open, honest, creating those safe places to have those conversations with your partner, with the person you're with. Two-way, which means you're listening just as much as you are sharing, right? And that you create that safe space, that you're not on the attack or not always pointing fingers, and that you create that opportunity for both people to be heard. Because men, as you know, in order for a woman to feel loved, she needs to feel safe, seen, heard, and understood. And if there's challenges in your relationships, chances are that one of those things she doesn't feel. And of course, this all of my things on my list are good for men and ladies, but this channel is directed to support men on their journeys. So And ladies, if you're listening, I'd love for you to share in the comments on your insights and thoughts on if we're on track or is there something we're missing. That's what it's all about. So that's number 2 is communication, right? Number 3 is boundaries. It's so important to know how to set boundaries and respect boundaries that are set from the person you're with, and realize that those boundaries aren't going to be, day one you have that boundary and it's set for life, that they're going to evolve, they're going to change. And so then being able to enforce boundaries, that's what you're going to tolerate, what you're not going to tolerate. And so we talk about a few things in those boundaries, even in relationships, and knowing that they do change. So boundaries, emotionally and with conversations, boundaries in, intimacy, all those things like that, and knowing that they do evolve, right? What is acceptable, what's not acceptable, but being able to have those conversations. Let's jump back to number 2 and have those, to know that we are evolving and growing. We are put on this earth to grow, evolve, and become better and learn, right? And if we're not doing that, that's when we feel like we're stuck. So, which moves me right into point 4, which is personal growth, right? That the fact that we are supposed to be growing. And if you're not growing, here's the thing, if you're not growing and you're both, you and your partner, in the exact same spot, it's like Groundhog Day. It's like the same thing over and over again. And how much fun is that, right? We want to be excited. We want to, and that's I always share the quote of excited or grateful for what is and excited for what's coming. And how exciting is that in a relationship, to know that you're going to grow with the partner you're with, you're going to build, you've got so many unique and fun experiences ahead of you. And it's not just going to be the same old, mail it in, and it's the same old routine all the time, whether that's even as simple as your morning routine with coffee, or in the bedroom, or your life moving forward in careers and business, like all of those things. Like, what does that look like? And the excited for what's to come is really where the secret sauce is, where that victory and that excitement lies. So know where that is, because chances are, if you're not growing, you'll either get left behind, right, as your partner grows, or you'll just get that stuck feeling, which really sucks. I'll tell you what, that's an understatement of the century, that it sucks. But that's what it's all about. So you want to make sure that you're growing and evolving. And when you find a lady to build with, gentlemen, I'm telling you, it's an amazing thing. Find someone you can build with, not someone that's destructive and has a path of destruction behind them. Why? Because patterns prove. Believe what people do, not what they say. And the evidence is, the proof is in the pudding, as they say. So just look for that. All right, so let's get into the next one. Kindness. You've got to live from a place of kindness, empathy, and love. And and that means clarity for you of what love means, right? What does love mean to you? Are you able to understand your partner's feelings and their emotions, how to show up? And if you're curious, the first things in this list, and every one of them, we talk about in Man to Men, the group. If you're looking for more information on that, it's a course that I have where men get together and we have those real conversations that men should and need to be having, but don't necessarily have all the time. We're constantly starting new groups for that. So if you're interested, go to my website again, or DM me on socials. But it's that empathy, love. We talk about emotional intelligence, and this is where masculine and feminine energy fits in this department. If you don't understand those things, that's a part of the problem. So, and you've got to be willing to reach out and look for help and support on that. And so that's part of what this is as well. Okay, so living from a place of kindness and empathy, you're gonna see what you want to see in the world. So are you always looking at the negative in things and what's not there in your partner, or you're celebrating the things that are there? And again, when you live from a place of love, you see the beauty in every situation, and it's such a gift and an enlightening way to live life, and it's just it lifts a weight off your shoulders. So what are you focused on? And understanding those things. So that's number 5. Number 6, going kind of grassroots here, but it's hygiene and grooming. Right, it's about being presentable, right? How to improve your love life. Like, are you cruising around in sweatpants, as opposed, and a giant jersey, or what? Like, it's about taking pride in your look and how you feel. I mean, and we know that when we put on a suit, we feel a lot different than when we're wearing sweatpants. Now, that's not saying you need to put on a suit every day, but take some pride in your appearance, right? Have a shower, do this, like, and make sure that you're groomed, like that's brushing your teeth and just taking care of yourself. And does that mean you need to be a model? No, it doesn't. But you do need to show that you care in your appearance. Exercise a little bit. What are you eating? Like, and it's proven that what we eat it impacts how we feel. We're all energy and vibration, so it's super important to pay attention to that. Okay, next on the list is let's go shared interest, common interest. Are you attracting the right partner? Right? I mean, and there we should be genuinely interested in things and have common interest, right, in those things that we do. But I mean, it's important to also be open to new things, new experiences with their partner. And I see, oh man, I've worked with guys like this all the time, and it's a tough nut to crack, this one, where guys are chameleons, and you probably know this person somewhere in your life. You probably know someone like this, where they if the person they're with likes going for sushi and they hate seafood, all of a sudden they're a sushi fan. They love going to that. Or if they like to do whatever, a different hobby. Oh, I love to go to yoga. And they've never gone to yoga in their life, but then they go to yoga all the time and they absolutely love it. But then when that relationship doesn't work out, they never go to yoga again. Like, there's a difference in that, right? If someone has a genuine interest to try something new and they enjoy it and they keep going, well, that's different. But I'm talking about the chameleons, that the person they're with, they all of a sudden love everything about what they're doing, and that's what they want to do, and that's what they talk about. And then as soon as that relationship's over, they're gone. And that's why you're being, go back to number one, you're inauthentic. That's not who you really are. So you need to be open to trying those new experiences. But you also have to have those shared common interests, right? And a lot of them are, what are you building in life? What's your personal growth? Go back to every one of those things we already talked about. So very important as well. Okay, so number 8 is confidence, right? Are you confident? Right? Confidence is the number one thing that women find most attractive in men. So, and oh, look, we're a little treat here in the background, train going across the bridge. Some things you just can't script in this world. But so confidence, it's the most attractive. It's about leading. It's about being confident in yourself, who you are, and saying, I don't really care what the world thinks because I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm going after. And so that is another big part of what we talk about in Man to Men. And I know I am mentioning it a few times today because it is so life-changing. And the guys that I've worked with inside Man to Men and the comments and things that they share outside of that, it's something, if you haven't explored the opportunity of being a part of Man to Men, you should be looking into that. All right. So that's what we're looking at. So confidence, and it's about leading and leading without being a dictator, right? Without being arrogant. That's so important. And understanding what that's all about. Big part, masculine, feminine energy, understanding that as well. So confidence, all right? Number 9 is stoicism, right? Your ability to just be calm, adaptive, flexible, unshakable, learn from challenges in your life, right? And be solution oriented. It's not flying off the handle all the time. And it's just being able to control and understand your own emotions as well as others. So it's important that stoic trait is so attractive, right? And ladies, I'd love for you to chime in on this, right? Do you want a guy that loses it and snaps all of a sudden, when every little thing, or somebody that's like, well, okay, that's what it is, but let's deal with it and let's move forward? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below, ladies. And guys, if that's something you've had experience with, please share below as well. All right, number 10. And then I'm going to get out of the snow here because there's a blizzard warning. Actually, we just got out of like a cold snap. It was a polar vortex and there were wind chills like minus 50. So today it's only minus 20. So I figured I'd come out and hang out outside for a bit. But snowstorm's coming. So number 10 is being mindful, right? It's about, are you actually present when you're with your partner? When you're with your woman, are you present? Does she feel like she is the only thing in your life, that you are 100% dialed in and focused on her and only her? Or are you doing other things? Are you checking your phone, watching TV? You say quality time and we sit on the couch together, but then we both pay attention to completely different things. I'm telling you, being in the moment and when you're with her, making her feel like she is the only person in the world and the most important thing in your life in that moment, that's so important. And so many guys miss the bus on that, right? So easy, but they miss the bus, right? And with that comes you being able to connect with her emotions and her feelings and energetically and dialing into that. And we talk about love languages and what's important, what's not. I mean, and it's about understanding not only the things that she's saying to you, but what she's not saying, but you can feel it. And you've got to be dialed in to clue into that stuff. So there we go. So how can you apply this right now? Any one of these 10 things we talked about, it can instantly improve your love life. And if you've got a few of these, you've got questions about it, you want to work on, you can put them in the comments below, or reach out to me. Like I said, book a call. I would love to support you. Man-to-Man is starting. We always start man-to-man groups, but if you're interested in that, you should be. Reach out to me. Book a call, and let's have those conversations. So if you found value in this video, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Put out a new video every week about mindset, motivation, manifesting, and how to use it to improve and level up in your life. If you've got ideas or questions for future videos, send them my way. I would love to hear from you. And in just supporting the community and building the amazing people that we have in this channel and community. I am grateful for every one of you. So if you want to keep the momentum going, you can watch this next video that's popping up on the screen right now. It's about mindset, motivation, and manifesting. And as always, until the next video, send in a chilly peace, love, and positive vibes your way.